everybody, welcome back to the podcast. Today is a special episode because I'm talking about the Penn show. And actually, before I officially start the episode, sorry to kind of bring in a cliche, but you might have clicked on this video. You might have searched Chicago Penn show and clicked on it. This is a podcast, but there will be pictures of stuff that I got, etc. put up, and I'm sure it will be interesting. So if you're not interested in listening to the podcast, you should still listen because it should be kind of interesting. Jeez, my tongue is tied today. Well, alright, so just to kind of starting over. Alright, now the first thing is, song was Feelings by Ginseng. Of course, the link, etc. will be in the show notes, and I figured out on SoundCloud you could just put it in the description. And now I'm just going to kind of start, get into what I got there. Okay, so Chicago Penn show. It was at the Marriott in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, which is a little bit west of the O'Hare Airport. So not really Chicago, but I mean, it's right next to Chicago, kind of ish. It's not super duper important. And first thing when you go in, there's a table where you buy your tickets. And after I bought my ticket, excuse me, sorry, there is a raffle thing. So I put my name into the raffle. That is going to come up later. So there's the lobby area, which had a bunch of tables, and then there was either, I don't know if it was a ballroom or a convention like center room, but there was a big room and there were tables going across it with everybody there. And then there were like a couple tables, maybe like 4 or 5 around the lobby. There was also a restaurant, etc. And I think the Penn show runs for 4 days: Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think maybe Thursday might be only for vendors. But I went on Saturday. I'm recording this on Saturday. I just got back, and this is going up tomorrow on Sunday. So I want to get this out as quickly as possible. This is why this is the 3rd episode, and yeah. So all right, I'm just gonna kind of go over what I got there, and it should be interesting. Now, the first thing that I got was, remember the raffle that I mentioned earlier? The raffle was for a pen case. There might have been multiple things. One of the things was a pen case, and I actually won that. This is like the first raffle I've ever won in my entire life. Absolutely crazy. It's nice leather. It's by Franklin Christoph. I'll have a link in the show notes. Go check them out. Actually, let me write that down so I don't forget. Franklin Christoph. Alright, go check them out. This is, like, fantastic quality, and the specific model is a Lucky 13 penvelope. It holds 13 pens, and I have all of my loot in there, all the stuff that I got. So, just kind of open this up. And I'm going to try to put pictures of all the stuff that I got on the screen. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening on SoundCloud, I'll have the link to the video. One second, let me write this down. I'll have the link to the YouTube video in the description of the SoundCloud if you want to see pictures. Also, check my Instagram, but if you're watching this like 3 years in the future, it's probably going to be hard to find. Link to YouTube. Alright, so, whoops. I just bopped my mic. Sorry if that was loud. It probably wasn't. Alright, so the pens that I brought, the pencils, well, just to kind of go over everything. I'm not super duper big into pens. I'm kind of bigger into pencils and like mechanical pencils. Pens and fountain pens aren't really my thing. They're just not really my thing. I haven't really got into it. Also, they're kind of really expensive, so that's another thing. But I would absolutely love to get into pens, and especially after going to a pen show. It's definitely something that I want to do. But the things I brought, first thing is an Eversharp pencil. I will have a picture. It is, it's orange and black, and if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see the picture. And it's a mechanical pencil, and if you twist the back, out comes lead, and the lead I think is 1.15 millimeters. Sorry. And it works really nice. I brought this just because I like using it, and it's also old, and also maybe if I could find people to talk to and see if they know anything about this pencil. which I forgot to do. But it's a really nice pencil. I'd say go pick one up, but I don't know if you could find it. I couldn't find any information on it, but I found it at the pen show. I bought it last year, and it's really, really nice, and you'll see the picture of that. I also brought this pen, which is a Zebra F701 body with the internals, or like the click of a F401, I think. It's a popular, like, Zebra pen mod, where you buy these two pens. One has a plastic click and one has a brass click, and you just switch them out. And then I also put a Fisher Space pen refill in here. The reason I brought this is because I wanted to try to find a better refill that was Fisher Space pen sized, and I couldn't. I can only find other Fisher Space pen like refills, because this one, it doesn't write super well. It's kind of skippy, and I have to use a lot of pressure. But I don't know, it's fine. It's a popular mod though. Third thing that I have is a Caran d'Ache ballpoint pen. These are the ones that are really like quiet if you listen closely. I was holding it up to the mic, and it's like made out of metal, but it's got like a nice coating on it, so it feels like plastic, but it's heavy as metal. You've probably seen one before. They look really pretty, and this one, the one that I got in particular, has a Swiss logo. I'd say flag, but it's not like flag shaped, and a orange and white cow on it, and also like little cow splotches. So that's really nice. I bought this, and it writes pretty well. It's got black ink in it. Yeah, it writes pretty well, but it's kind of old ink. So I also bought a refill for it. Oops, let me just grab that out of my bag. I also got a refill for it. Let me take a picture of the refill also. Wait just a second. Someone's knocking at my door. And we're back. Next thing I got another one for my mom, except it's just plain white. Caran d'Ache, and it has blue ink because I know she likes blue ink. So that's really nice. I really do like these ballpoint pens. There's a bunch of people selling them, and they were all kind of different prices, so I definitely say look around before you buy. Just make sure you get the right one that you want and the right price that's good for you, etc. Now the next thing is a Fisher Space pen. It was one of the little mini bullet sized ones that was silver. I got this because it was $3. It was in a discount bin or something. And it's just tiny pen. The refill is kind of old. I think the ink's dried out. It writes like gray, but that's easy. I just need to get a refill for it. So that's really nice. Little bullet thing. I always wanted one because they're cool looking. Next thing is not mine, but my dad's. It's a Lamy. I don't know what kind it is, but it's a Lamy like ballpoint pen, and the click on it has like a little rubber. I don't know, like a rubber thing on it. I've seen it before, so it's probably a popular design, and you probably know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, well, good for you then, I guess. But anyways, you can see a picture of it, and it's ballpoint pen, and it writes really nicely. Yeah, my dad got that. Next pen is looks like a Lamy Safari. Yeah, Lamy Safari. The Safari and the either like All Star or All Sport is very similar looking. Lamy Safari with extra fine nib and blue ink. Very nice. It's a nice pen in general. It's a nice kind of beginner fountain pen, I think people would say. I think it's not very expensive either. And also I saw like Pilot brand fountain pens that looked like ballpoint pens, and I was thinking that was pretty cool. The next thing is my dad got a pen that's a Parker ballpoint pen that has what looks like a calendar on it. I don't know how you'd work it, but looks really nice, and I think he got it for $5. There was a big discount bin not bin, but I think it was a cigar box, and you could get the entire box for $20. But my dad didn't want the entire box. He just got this, and it has a really nice, satisfying click on it. If you can hear this, like it's, I don't know how to explain it, but you can feel something like a metal thing like clicking in it. I don't know, really nice and really light. Next thing is, this is a Retro 51 pencil, Retro 51 Tornado pencil. I got a mechanical pencil by Tornado, by Retro 51, and it's the Einstein graphic, which is, it looks like a chalkboard with a bunch of equations on it. Or not Einstein, it's called Albert. Yeah, similar, but pretty similar. And the box, I have it right here. It's like a cool cylindrical thing, and it came with 6 erasers and a bunch of 1.15 millimeter lead, which is really nice because of the pencil the first pencil I talked about, the Eversharp Unknown pencil. I think that takes 1.15 millimeter lead. Jeez, not milliliter. It also comes with a cool little pamphlet and stuff. And I don't know, it's really cool. And I always wanted a Retro 51 pen or pencil. They also had pens there, but I wanted a pencil because, I don't know, it just looks really cool. My brother also got one of these that looks like a legal pad. It's got a legal pad pattern and then a pink eraser. This one has a white eraser, but he's using it right now, so I can't have a picture for it. But it's like the same kind of thing. Those are really cool. Also, I will have all the websites for all of these things in the show notes. So if you want to check anything out, go check them out. I highly recommend you do. Now the next thing is a Lamy, a mechanical pencil, and it's clear, which is interesting. It has a nice click, but it seems to be plastic, and it has a little tiny eraser. I don't know, this is my brother's. I don't know a lot of things about it, except that I was carrying it in my bag. But it's clear, and it looks pretty cool. And I think that's it for pens and pencils that I bought. And I already said the case, which, again, that's an extremely generous donation. This is worth, like, a lot of money, and I can't believe it was a raffle. But it is, like, I'm not sponsored in any way. But this is, like, top-notch quality stuff. I'm not kidding. It's fantastic. I wish I had 13 pens to put in there. So, yeah. Another case that I got was a Nockco case. I'm not sure the exact, model of it. But it's, it looks like a pencil case, and then you, open it up, and it rolls out into a pen slot thing. If you're watching on YouTube, again, link in the show notes. If you're watching on SoundCloud, listening on SoundCloud, there'll be a picture. It's black on the outside, blue on the inside. It can hold a bunch of stuff, and it can hold 6 pens. And it's really cool. This might be called the Lincoln. I'm not 100% sure. I will have some text on the screen saying exactly what it is, and I would Google it on my laptop, but last time I did that, Audacity messed up the recording. Or actually, one second, let me just figure it out and get back to you. Upon further inspection, it is called the Brasstown. I don't know where I got Lincoln from, but it's called the Brasstown case. It's very nice, pretty high quality. It's got big zippers, which are nice, because little zippers are usually, like, sharp. I don't know if you've ever experienced little zippers before, but they're sharp. These are nice, big. All the stitching's really nice. Black on the outside, blue on the inside. Super duper nice. Now that's all the... Someone's sneezing outside my door. That's all the stuff that I got at the pen show. I think it was about half pens, half pencils, or only one pencil. Or did I talk about the refills? I think I did, but they're for that Caran d'Ache, whatever, pens. They're from Monteverde, I don't know. Ballpoint refill, Parker pen style, medium point. So he didn't sell any fine point. because I like fine point. This might be like finer than I think, but as long as it's under like 1 millimeter thick, I'm happy with it. And if it's a good pen and it's 1 millimeter, it's fine. But sometimes 1 millimeter can get a little bit messy, and especially if it skips, then you can't really see what you're writing. But yeah, I'm going to take another short break. I'm going to put all this stuff away, and then I think I'm going to go through my pencil case, because we're only about halfway through the episode, and I need some more stuff to talk about, and I'm in a really pencil-y mood, so I will get back to you in a second. Welcome back, everybody. From the break, I have my school pencil case with me, and I'm going to give you a little tour. Check some stuff aside. Alright, let's go. So, to start out, the pencil case I have is a Neocritz, like, standing pencil case. I don't know how to explain it. I'll have a picture on the screen. I'll treat you. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But I got it off of jetpens.com, and it's orange and gray, and it opens up and acts as a little pencil case, or pencil stand. Pencil cup is better, I guess, descriptor. Now, starting out, there's a little pocket in the front, and that's where I keep my eraser, which at the moment is a Staedtler Mars Plastic, which is good eraser. I really like it. I've also tried the Pentel High Polymer eraser, but that seems a little bit too like mushy to me. So I don't know. I kind of stopped using that for a while, and I just stuck with the Staedtler. I really like it. Go pick one up. They're not expensive at all. And also, if you want to make the like paper stuff last longer on it, I recommend wrapping it in packing tape, like clear packing tape, and that just kind of makes it tougher. So yeah, the first thing I'm going to start with is kind of my go-to pencil, which is the Pentel P207 Sharp, which is in a rose gold color. One second. I thought I was going to sneeze, and then I needed a cough, so that was fun. But it's a Pentel Sharp. It's really nice. It has a nice click. And actually, it's a P207, but I changed out the innards with a P205, so it's actually 0.5 millimeter. Because I started to like writing with the 0.5 millimeter a lot more lately. So I switched it out, but I like the rose gold stuff. So I have that. And then also, kind of to complement that, I also have a gold one, which is also in 0.5. But this one actually isn't 0.5. It's P205 body. But what's weird about the two is the like Franken pencil one, the like slide protector on the not nib, but like the tip is longer than the one on the gold one. I'll have a picture comparing the two. It's very strange. I don't know why, but they are different. So I don't know. It doesn't really make a difference, but I mean, I guess it would make a difference whether you can see like what you're writing more or not. But it doesn't. It's not that drastic of a difference at all. Next thing that I use the most is a Rotring 600. It's a really nice pencil, and I keep it in a Papermate like pen cap, just to protect the tip, because it doesn't have a retractable tip, and it's just a really nice pencil, so I don't want to deal with it. The Sharp don't have a retractable tip either, but they're cheaper. You can get them at Target and stuff. Although they are cool colors, it's just not as important. This pencil, it's one of the best pencils I've ever experienced. It's really nice. The click's really good, and it's like the same amount every single time. And it's light, but also like sturdy, and I don't think it's that expensive either. So definitely go check it out, because it's definitely a good pencil. Definitely. Now, and the Papermate pen cap is just like a, like disposable Papermate pen of cap of that. Next pencil is and that's the one I use for math class. I usually I only use this pencil I mean, I use this pencil only for math class. I don't know why, but I do. I don't know, I guess I do. The other pencils I use for everything else, really. Well, except for the pencil graph gear, which I use for, like, strictly science class. I don't know why I'm, like, restricted certain pencils for certain subjects. But I have, anyways, the pencil graph gear 500. I might have said 5,000 earlier, it's 500. This is definitely, like, in the top 5 of my favorite mechanical pencils. It is, it's just such a perfect pencil. The clip is nice. It doesn't come off as easily. Well, I just took it off, and now it's really hard to get back on. So I don't take off the clip. And I don't use clips on pencils at all. The only use that I use it for is for making sure it doesn't roll off the table, and this works perfectly for that. It has a solid click, really solid click, and knurled grip. And it's also got a plastic body, which I know a lot of people don't like plastic bodies, but it just makes it the perfect weight. Also in 0.5. So, and the last one was Rotring was in 0.5. Definitely go pick that one up too. That's like $6 or something. The Rotring 600 is like $20, $30 maybe, which is totally worth it. But yeah, for $8 you can get a Graph Gear 500. Oops, I just dropped it. There's a Graph Gear 1000, which I have and I used to use, but I stopped using it because it's just a little bit too heavy. And I know the YouTuber Super V Power, on his like review of this, he said that it's like unbalanced and it like kind of wants to fall out of your hands. That's very true. It's kind of back heavy. But the only upside to it, in my opinion, is that it is it's still a great pencil, but the only like benefit to using this over 500 is that it is pocket safe. The slide retracts, and none of the other ones do. So, and my old Graph Gear 500, the tip bent, which is, and I also lost it. So, yeah, but you do have to watch out for that. Next pencil. Which one should I choose? Continuing with the mechanical pencils, I have a Zebra M301. It's a mechanical pencil. It looks like the pen, which is alright. The inside's not that great, but this pencil, it has a really satisfying click. You can't really hear much from it, but it's in 0.7. I have a 0.5 one somewhere. I think it's at my desk downstairs. But it has a nice grip. It's like knurled plastic, not metal, but it's still nice. And it also, the tip is exposed. But it's a nice go-to pen, still not super fancy. Also really light. It also has like a very small diameter. I found that. On all the other ones, they have a lot larger diameter. And also, it's actually a cylindrical. It's not hexagonal or like, I don't know, like octagon, or what's it, like a decagon, I guess, with a pencil sharp. Next will be one of my favorites. I've used this to death, and if you're looking on the picture on YouTube, if you're watching on SoundCloud, please go watch the YouTube video. It's Stettler 92507. This is the only 0.7 millimeter pencil I have in my pencil case, and for whatever reason, this pencil writes so smoothly. The lead is just like Pentel Super High Polymer 0.7, which is I think in all of these except for the Rotring, which I haven't replaced since I got it. But it just writes smoothly. I don't understand like how it writes smoothly consistently all the time. It never ceases to amaze me. But it's really nice, 0.7, and it's really good. Next thing is the Kuru Toga. It's in 0.5. I have a 0.7 one, but the 0.7, I kind of didn't like that as much. And it's actually a My Neighbor Totoro design. I got it at Disney World in the Japan Pavilion in Epcot. I found it, and I just needed to buy it. And it's got little soot sprites on it, and it's pretty cool. Kuru Toga, it's nice, and it's like the low-level one. The plastic one, not like the metal body one or at all or stuff. I like it because if you don't know about the Kuru Toga, it spins around the lead, so you don't like get a flat edge and then stuff. So it like spins the lead around. I'll have a link to a video on it that explains the mechanism really well in the show notes. Let me just write that down. But my only gripe with it is that the clip is really is not very strong, and it's kind of chintzy, and also just the kind of feel in it is kind of chintzy. It feels plastic, which it is, entirely plastic. I think the only metal part is the slide. But I may be wrong. It's the low level. I would not recommend buying a low level one. I'm sure the higher level ones are better, but it's just a little too cheap for me. But it's still a nice pencil. It still writes pretty well. Next thing is a lead holder. I do like lead holders. I don't do any drawing, but I like writing with them. It's an Alvin Promatic MC5. It's a lead holder with 2mm lead. It's really nice. The reason I got it is because my Koh-i-Noor Versatile 3201, I think, the back end unscrewed into a sharpener, but the back end kept unscrewing, and it would unscrew in my pocket and inside the pencil case and stuff. A little annoying, so I got this to kind of replace it in my pencil case, and I use a Versatile at home. Next thing, almost fell off my desk, is a funny one. My cousin's husband, would that be my cousin still? I'm not sure. Shout out to him. He's a cool dude. They went to Japan, and they bought me this pen, and it's just a ballpoint pen. Doesn't really have a brand on it, but on the pen clip it says Helvetica. I'm not kidding. It says Helvetica. Let me try to get a picture of this for y'all. It says Helvetica, and then on the top it says BP, which I can only assume stands for ballpoint. It's just, I don't know, it's a funny pen. It also writes really well, and it looks like a plastic pen, but it's metal, which is just funny, and it's red and black. I don't know, it's a cool one. I like having it in there, and I like people pick it up, because if people ask to borrow a pen, they're gonna pick this because it looks like a cheap big ballpoint pen or something, but then they pick it up and they're like, whoa, this is heavy, and yeah, it's metal. It's funny. Next pen, why didn't I put this out earlier? It's a Karis Pen Company, EDK, and light blue and black, turquoise and black. Has the quietest click ever. Listen to this. It's absolutely insane. It's really nice. The company, everything's made in America, made in Arizona, I think. Super duper nice pen, the most solid thing in existence. My only gripe with it is that the pen clip is a little too solid. You can't clip it to paper. The paper's just either gonna rip or just not go under it. But since I don't use the clip, I only use it to make sure it doesn't roll off stuff. It works perfectly fine. Next pen, I'm getting kind of close on 30 minutes, but I'm gonna run over because this is cool. I like it. And also, since I'm doing video aspect, I might as well treat you guys even more and make it longer. My next thing is an editing pen. It's a Pilot something, but it's Pilot, and it's red. And I just bopped my mic. And it's red, and I use it for, I say editing just because that's when I think of an editing pen. It looks like that in my brain. But I use this to annotate stuff. And actually, if you don't like annotating, I recommend using this because it stands out on the page. And if you are bad at annotating and you use this, you're gonna notice how little annotations you are, and you're gonna annotate better. So I don't know, just thoughts. But I don't know. It's a nice one, and I've used it for I think over a year. Yeah, over a year and a half for doing stuff, and it's still got life in it. So nice pen. I have another. It's a Papermate felt tip pen. I use it for felt tip pen stuff. Nothing much to say about that. And I also have a Pilot what's it? A super fine gel pen. It's kind of not super duper fine, but it's fine-ish. It's not that fine because it's a gel pen. And also, if you're watching the video on YouTube, if you're watching on SoundCloud, go switch over to the YouTube video. All these pens, most of them have my name written in tape on it. Those are because they look kind of generic, and I want to make sure they don't get stolen from me, because I don't want to have to deal with that. Alright, next thing is my first wood case pencil in my bag. It's Palomino Golden Bear HB. It's a really nice pencil. These pencils are made in America. 1, 2, they're not expensive. Not very expensive. I don't think they're expensive at all. I think they're really cheap. 3, they're just good. They're really good. The only gripe with my only gripe with it is the eraser's not very good. But that's it. It's a fantastic pencil. Next wood case pencil is a Tombow 8900 in 2B. My only gripe with this is that the 2B is kind of like it. You need to sharpen it constantly. And that's about it. But it's a nice pencil. It's really smooth. Next thing is a stylus. It's just a cheap one I picked up at Walgreens, I think. And I'm looking to get a better stylus because I know some of my classes require me to do stuff on notability, or which is like a note-taking thing, and it's easier to write stuff than it is to type stuff because then you have to make a text box and resize it. So I just like using a stylus, but this one you have to press down really hard, and it's not that great. And I just made a mark on my laptop by pressing down really hard. Just frictioned off onto it. Well, that's fantastic. Next thing is a highlighter, which is just a Sharpie brand highlighter. Again, has my name on it, and it's just a highlighter. So I don't know. I've used this for over a year and it still hasn't run out, so that's good. Next thing, this is a little surprising. It's a pen that I got at the at IMTS. Maybe I think it stands for International Machine and Tool Show. I'm not sure what the M stands for. Minnesota pops in my head, but it's not in Minnesota. It's in Chicago. It happens every 2 years. 2016, and then 2018 will be the next time, I'm pretty sure. But the pen clicks, and it actually has really, really nice insides. I think it's just because it's a gel pen, but it's really nice dark black. But the pen, clip, when you click it down, the pen clip, closes. So I think that's to protect it if you're going to put it in your pocket. It's not going to clip to the back of your pocket if it's closed. And also if you force it open, it just, clicks back in there. So I don't know, I like that. But the only reason I have it in there is because it's really nice. The next thing is a highlighter that I found. It's called a Bright Liner by Bic. It's just orange. I just wanted another highlighter, and I found this one, I think, on the ground. So, I don't know. If it's yours, go let me know, I guess. But, I don't know. I haven't really used it. And the last thing is a Sharpie, because Sharpies are fantastic. But this one, for whatever reason, whenever I uncap it, it just smells like pungent Sharpie every single time. Which is weird, because, most Sharpies don't, smell how do I say this? I guess, I open it up in, class to write something, and, everybody can smell it. It's just the weirdest thing. And then I'll just have a picture of the empty pencil case, by itself. And, yeah. So, I don't know. That's what I use for school. It's kind of cool, I guess. Definitely my favorite pencil, ever, is probably the Rotring 600. Totally worth $20, $30, whatever it costs. There is the 800, which the tip retracts, which you might be interested in that. Also, they do sell replacement tips for the 600, just in case you bend it. And I don't think they're that expensive, so I don't know. Think about that. And there's also the Rotring Rapid Pro, which I saw today at the show, but there was a gold special edition. It was really expensive, so I wasn't going to get that, but it was really good. Oh, another thing, which I took out of my pencil case, but it's sitting on my desk, is the Uniball Jetstream that came out weird, which is really, it's the smoothest ballpoint pen ever. And it's at Staples or Target, maybe not Target, but Staples definitely. And I took out the insides and I put it into a Uniball 207 that I found, because the Uniball 207 has a nice body, and the Jetstream has a weird matte plastic, and it just feels gross, dust gets stuck in it and stuff. So I just switched it out and I use it, and it also clicks better, and the back doesn't spin around. If you have a Uniball Jetstream, you probably know what I'm talking about. But I used this, but I kind of retired it because I switched it out with the Interesting Tool Show one with the clip. Well, that didn't make a sound. There we are. Cool clip. So, yeah, and also other pencils that I normally carry in my pencil case are Staedtler Norris school pencils. I got 50 on Amazon for really cheap, and they're nice. So, I don't know. I mean, they're not as smooth as the Golden Bear, and they don't have erasers. But they're still nice pencils, and they're nice pencils to loan. I have a loaner pencil that was in here. I actually have one on my desk, which I'm going to put in there. It's a United pencil, which I got for running a 5K, and that I give out, except I gave it to someone, or like I lent it to someone, but they took it, which is the whole point of it, because I don't really care too much about just a United pencil. It's not really a good pencil at all, so. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. If you have any questions, please let me know. All links, etc., to every single pencil, pen, anything that I talked about that I said was going to be in the show notes, it's going to be in the show notes, which is found in the description of either SoundCloud or YouTube. And if you're watching on YouTube, of course, you can see the pictures. Also, Instagram, it's Catullus. The U's are replaced with V's at the time of recording this, of course. And also, I think on the last couple episodes, I put it into the end of the video. So if you listen to the end of the song and you watch, there's a title screen that says my Instagram name. Also, of course, the link to my Instagram will be in the show notes in the description. So, anyways, have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow, which is Monday, I have a video. Episode 4 is with one of my friends, so you're definitely going to want to stay around to see that. It's not going to be as calm. It's kind of crazy. And then episode 5 is going to be on Tuesday, and then I think it's going to go back to a weekly, because, yeah, and also I might need to take a break for finals, unless I can record stuff and get it out earlier, or, like, get it to schedule upload. Anyways, see you later. Hopefully this was interesting. Hopefully you had a good time, and hopefully you learned something about pencils. So, see ya.